Officers on the pursuit call. Suspect vehicle was last seen heading north near the power station. Containment will be set up ahead of his last known direction of travel. This call is still code 6. Handle on TAC 3.
Alright guys, this is an update video. I'm gonna keep it short because there's not much to really talk about in this one. You guys saw the last video, subframe bushings, lower control arms, all that stuff. At this point in time, the only things that's still factory on my car are the hubs, front and rear, the front lower control arms, the rear differential and axles, and then sway bar in the back is factory, sway bar in the front is not there, and that's it. Everything else on my car has been replaced, upgraded, or removed, made sure it was good, and then put back in. I drove the car after I fixed the over fenders again, and I added some camber to this wheel as well. I didn't really need to, but I did it anyway, just to try and get it a little more uniform and make sure that it wasn't going to crack the overs. Instead of traveling up, it travels a little bit more in. This side is fine. I refixed the over fenders after all that. Drove it to the car wash, got it washed so that I could prepare it to be painted again, and actually prepare it to get on the road. I was going to get it registered, insurance, all that stuff, so that I can actually start driving this thing this week. But when I drove it to the car wash, I get the same banging noise that started this whole process on this side again. And of course, I immediately get super pissed. But I'm like, okay, well, after I did the subframe bushings, I drove it and it wasn't doing it. So maybe it's just not cracking the over fenders. Maybe I just didn't hear it, whatever. And I drove it back because I ain't had no choice but to drive it back from the car wash. Mind you, the car wash is like 2 minutes away, so it's not a long drive. But yeah, drove it back from the car wash. Come check out this side. We have a brand new crack here. There's a crack here. There's a crack here. And then there's cracks on the inside. So this will be the third time I would have to repair this over fender, stop it from cracking. And then the problem that I set out to solve hasn't been solved at all. So the cars, I basically spent money on the bushings and lower control arms for no reason at this point. That's how I'm feeling. And I have no idea what it is. Like, it could be the diff and axles, but I wasn't really planning on doing diff and axles until I had the money to build the diff and axles to hold all the power this car will ever have. And that's thousands of dollars that I don't have right now. So if it is the diff and axles, cool. It's just gonna have to wait. If it's the hub and the bearing, which I doubt, because bearings, from what I know, make a whining or crunching noise as you're driving, and it's not doing that constantly. It's only on like bumps or something like that. I don't think it's the bearing in the hub, so I don't think it's that, and it's specific to this side. So there's that. The only thing that I got with this is I'm probably just gonna stop working on it for the time being. I'm not necessarily giving up, but the only solution that I can think of towards fixing this problem is to give it to somebody else. I'll have to save up probably $5,000 or something close to that in order to complete the operation. And that includes getting this thing towed because it's not driving over there, finding a shop, getting it towed to the shop, having them figure it out, buy whatever part, fix it, make sure that the rest of the vehicle is all up and running. And while it's there, if they can, might as well have them do an alignment and everything else. So that shit's gonna add up really quick, and then boom, $5,000 out the door in order to get this thing running, because I have no other ideas on what it is that's causing that. It's not a consistent driving thing. I'll play a clip now. yeah, trying to figure this out in combination with trying to build the bus and everything else is just not, it's not working for me. Motivation all time low. I'm not at the point where I want to sell the car, but I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, until this gets its act together, which is me having the money to send to a shop, I'm not touching it. There's no point in refinishing the car in the new paint color if it's just going to keep cracking over fenders and I'm going to have to keep fixing them. So all of that is going to be on hold until the car is fixed, and the car ain't going to be fixed until I send it to a shop, so on and so forth. So this is not going to be a priority for me anymore until I have the money that I could comfortably just send this off. This is probably going to sit here exactly how it is for however long that takes. So that sucks. As a car guy at heart, that really does let me down because I've been building, we're in October of 2023. So when October 14th hits, that'll be 5 years that I've been building this car from basically scratch at this point, and I still have not driven this on public roads. So yeah, motivation's all-time low. I need $5,000. This car is going to sit here until I have a free $5,000 that I can just use to send it to a professional that knows these cars like the back of their hands and can fix the whole thing. So I'm just making this video to let you guys know. Probably not going to be posting the video for a long time from this point forward. Next video I post hopefully will be that the car is fixed and we're able to drive it, but I have no idea when that'll be, and I don't expect it to happen anytime soon. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I would say follow the build, but we're at a questionable period right now. Hopefully the remainder of my videos for installs and stuff like that goes on to help other people that's trying to do the same thing, install those parts, so on and so forth. But yeah, that's it for me.